All right, let's get to the big AEW Full Gear review. I really enjoyed this pay per view. Some questionable decisions and one match I didn't really like, but other than that, well, two matches I didn't really like. But other than that, I thought it was a fantastic show. Definitely one of the best AEW pay per views. Whew, I am tired. Start off with 0 Hour, which is a pre show. Best Friends versus The Factory. So QT Marshall took out Danhausen with a pile driver on the steel steps, which looked fucking gnarly, by the way. So the whole time, the Best Friends are promoting that we're going to see a different side of Danhausen. Rocky Romero's here, which is awesome. Forever Clotheslines, there we go. Bunch of dives. Danhausen comes out, new theme, more of his evilish look. Teeth's in the mouths. He has a bunch of teeth, and he puts it in Nick Camarado's mouth, and then he gives him a big kick for the win. And yeah, I wish it was more of the first evil Danhausen, but I'll take it. Brian Cage versus Ricky Starks here. It's a shame that this match is not on the main card. Fun match too, and I love both these guys. Cage is dominating the match. Big satellite DDT by Ricky. Big spear, but Cage kicks out. Powerbomb, then a buckle bomb, then a tornado claw clothesline by Cage. Ricky finally lifts up Cage, hits the Rochambeau for the win. And we're in the finals. We're getting Ethan Page versus Ricky Starks. Eddie Kingston for Nakayama. Like I said, I was happy for Kingston having this match. One of his dream matches, one of his idols. I thought the match was okay. Eddie with a big chop. DDT on the apron. Curve stomp by Nakayama. And then Akiyama, sorry. And then a pile driver by Akiyama for a near fall. Machine gun chops in the corner by Eddie. Hits the Shuriken, the spinning back fist. But Akiyama ends up no selling it. Hits a big knee instead. A fucking nasty looking knee too. Hits another spinning back fist and done. Eddie cuts a funny promo after the match, basically saying, "Oh, to the pay-per-view." Then we get to the real show. Luchasaurus versus Jungle Boy. Steel Cage grudge match. And honestly, this was probably my favorite opening match to an AEW pay-per-view. This was fucking awesome. Like, I don't know if it's my favorite match of the show. I think that goes to the trios match, but honestly, this match is pretty high up there. I give these guys a lot of credit. I really did not care too much for this feud, but this match was awesome. I do like both guys, though. Lawn dart into the steel cage wall by Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus with the full cane comeback, throat chop, corner clothesline, and then hits side slam after that. Luchasaurus was on his cane shit this match. Same thing with Jungle Boy and the Shawn Michaels shit. He even had the Shawn Michaels attire. We get a razor's edge to the cage wall by Luchasaurus. He hits a super choke slam from the top rope for a near fall. Freaking hits his burning hammer, the fossilizer or whatever, but Jungle Jack kicks out. Luchasaurus ends up bringing a bunch of weapons into the cage after Christian ends up opening the door. Canadian Destroyer by fucking Jungle Boy. And then Jungle Boy looks at Christian, hits the Unprettier for a near fall. Luchasaurus gets pissed, hits a choke slam on a standing up chair. That had to suck. Sliced bread by Jungle Boy for a near fall. Then Jungle Boy with a fucking pile driver. That was out of nowhere. We get this really cool fucking tombstone spot where Luchasaurus hits a tombstone. And then he does this, he keeps on him. He gets him up again. He hits, this cool slam. It's like a reverse Alabama slam. Jungle Boy wants to kill Luchasaurus. He sets up a table, beats the shit out of Luchasaurus. He's about to get up. Jungle Boy smashes him in the face with a chair. Gets to the top, hits a perfect Shawn Michaels elbow to the top. Shawn Michaels elbow from the top for the win. And like I said, it made both of these guys main event status right there. That was good shit. And Luchasaurus came into this match injured apparently, so good stuff. My favorite match of the night, The Elite, the return of The Elite after the whole CM Punk debacle versus the Death Triangle for the Trios title. The Elite get a gigantic ass pop. They come out to fucking a nice song there. My favorite part of the match was the fuck CM Punk chants, because facts. Pac is busted open. His nose looks busted. A bunch of Northern Lights suplexes from Nick Jackson. Dragon rushes by Kenny all around. We get a DDT on the apron to Phoenix, where Phoenix sold it like $1 million. Rise of the Terminator dive on everybody. Ali Shoto by Kenny after that for a near fall. We get a triple tombstone by the Death Triangle, where they tombstone each member of the Elite. Black Arrow into the Brutalizer, but Kenny ends up slipping out of it. Jay Driller by Kenny, and then Pac is he's been trying to have Phoenix use this ring hammer, because that's how Pac has been winning his matches, and the Lucha Bros don't agree with it. Well, I'm pretty sure Penta does, but you know Phoenix, goody two-shoe Phoenix. And Phoenix refuses to use the hammer. Triple sling blade here, and then triple super kick by Death Triangle. Pac is trying to get him to use the hammer again. Kenny is going for the one-winged angel on Phoenix. Phoenix finally uses the hammer, hits Kenny in the head, rolls him up, and Death Triangle with a surprising win. And I'm A-okay with this, because I don't think that's a good sign of like, hey guys, fuck you, the Elite's back, we're having the title. And then they announced a best of 7 series. Overkill. I'm going to tell you right now, I love all these men. These are all some of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Kenny Omega is like one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I love the Young Bucks. Phoenix is dope. Pentagon's legit one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. And Pac is legit one of the best wrestlers in the fucking world. I do not need to see this many times. And I feel like they're going to play hot potato with the title. So we'll see. Like I said, getting this match on TV 1,000,000 times, okay. But we'll see. One of the worst matches of the night, Nyla Rose versus Jade for the TBS title. Jade comes out as Chitara and basically was fighting her whole entire outfit the whole match. That was awesome. Thundercat shit. Big boot by Jade. Nyla's in control. We get the cool Nyla draping knee drop. Beast bomb by Jade. And then Nyla hits the Jaded, so they're hitting each other shit, attitude era shit. Nyla finally gets up. Fucking Jade drops her with a pump kick, hits the Jaded, and that's it. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed all the funny shit Nyla was doing when she stole her title. I was like cracking up, but this feud ain't it. This feud was not it. Then we get Sammy Guevara versus Chris Jericho, the Ocho, versus Bryan Danielson, the greatest wrestler in the world, versus Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli, 4-way for the Ring of Honor title. The whole match here, basically, Bryan wants a title shot, Cesaro wants his rematch, and Sammy is in here basically as security because Jericho said he's going to do the right thing. This is another excellent match. A big dive by Bryan. Bryan and Cesaro are finally going at it. We get a double walls of Jericho onto Jericho by Cesaro and Bryan. They each have a leg. That was cool. Sammy with a double Cody cutter on both of them. Jericho hits his freaking attitude adjustment out of nowhere. I was like, all right, F you. Then hits a lion salt for a near fall. We get a code breaker by Jericho. Sammy ends up stopping Jericho from winning the match. Then Sammy hits a code breaker on Jericho. Jericho with the walls, Jericho won't let go. They keep punching him, uppercutting him in the face. We get a double submission of Jericho, which is a sharpshooter and the label lock, where Jericho hanged on way too long. He should have tapped out to this. Go to hell by Sammy, then a shooting star press. Bryan ends up fucking smacking the hell out of Sammy. Bryan hits the fucking Bukaki knee on Cesaro. Cesaro fires back with a big discus lariat. We get a big cutter and a top rope Spanish fly by Sammy. Cesaro hits the neutralizer on the floor. Shooting star press to Cesaro on the floor by Sammy. He ends up powering up Sammy, hitting Swiss Death. Jericho then runs on in, hits a jumping fucking fish diving Judas effect, then hits one more Judas effect for the win. and the Ocho retains his title. Great match here. Great match. The other match, because I can't get into Britt Baker matches unless they're hardcore rules. Saraya Paige versus Britt Baker. We get a twisted shout by Britt. Basically, I knew this match was going to happen the whole time. And sadly, I get it. Work the neck. Test out Paige's neck. Paige hits the... Oh my god, so hard not calling her Paige. Paige hits the Page Turner. Then we get air raid crash by Britt. Britt with the fucking curve stomp. Please stop doing that. For some reason, I don't know why they buried Paige's finish this whole match. She hits the Rampage, but Britt kicks out. Fisherman neck breaker by Britt. Paige kicks out. And another curve stomp, but Paige kicks out. Then she just picks her up, hits 2 more Rampages. So we get 3 Rampages, and she finally beats Britt. Like I said, did not enjoy the match. I understand they were probably testing the limits of Paige's neck, but hopefully Paige is a fucking hell of a wrestler. She can talk. She's great in the ring. She's got a great moveset. She's got a great look. Legit, one of NXT's greatest prospects. She's fucking amazing. Britt sucks. Britt just, oh my god. She just sucks. She's not good. Like, I know people lie to themselves, She's not good. But I'm hopefully Paige could just move on to this and we could just get her Paige and Jamie Hayter. Fucking Powerhouse Hobbs versus Samoa Joe versus Wardlow for the TNT title. I just wanted Powerhouse Hobbs and Wardlow one-on-one, big meaty men slapping meat. But you threw another meaty man in there, so everyone's going to be slapping meat. Hobbs is mostly in control. Wardlow with the fucking whisper in the wind. It's still so weird to me that he's a Hardy Mark. We had a swanton by Wardlow. Joe with a dive on both men. It's still crazy to me Joe's doing that dive, because I feel like Joe's gotten hurt a lot in that dive. We get a spine buster by Powerhouse Hobbs. Power bombs to Wardlow to fucking Hobbs. Samoa Joe chokes out Hobbs and wins the TNT title. Joe 2 belts because he's the Ring of Honor TV champ. And which is stupid. If you were going to have Joe win, why didn't you just put both titles on the line? Because it kind of made Joe's title seem like a shit afterthought. Also, Joe did not need this at all. Wardlow's run ended way too fast. He didn't get to do what he wanted to do. And to me, you should have gave it to Powerhouse Hobbs because he would have been a really cool TNT champ. Joe is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, but I feel like he doesn't need it. Sting versus Darby versus Jeff Jarrett versus Jay Lethal. TNA. The big TNA chants put a tear in my fucking eye, brother. Fight breaks out everywhere. You know how these Sting matches go. Which, I'm not going to lie to you, I love Sting, but Sting did not look good in this match. This is the first match that I can say Sting looked gassed. He did not look great, and that makes me sad. Fight breaks out. Darby brings out a ladder. We get the Eye of the Storm on the fucking outside by Sandman Singh to Darby. Darby hits a dive but gets caught all the way from the top of a ladder by Sandman Singh. Sandman Singh then chokeslams the living shit out of Sting. Oh my god. Anytime Sandman Singh touched Sting, I feared. Lethal combination for a near fall. Darby hit with a guitar in mid-air, mid-coffin drop. That was so cool by Jeff Jarrett. So we get this weird spot. Because, Sting dives on Sandman Singh, and what does Sandman Singh do? Not catch Sting. And ever since that, Sting was feeling weird in this match. He was very, he was huffing and puffing. He was not doing great. Sting makes a little bit of a comeback. Then they get this really cool spot, which would have been dope. But, Sting was knocked out loopy. Jay goes for the lethal injection. Avoid. And Sting is supposed to catch him in midair and hit the Scorpion Death Drop. Sting drops him. They both flop like dead fishes. Then Sting is trying to get up, but he can barely get up. It's really sad. I'm like, God damn it, Sting. Love Sting, but this sucked. He gets him up, and they hit a coffin drop, Scorpion Death Drop combo for the win. I really hope it was just Sting, getting manhandled by Sandman Singh. I really think he shouldn't be taking fucking chokeslam bumps, and Sting needs to stop diving. He has nothing to prove. It's crazy, but like I said, I still enjoyed the match though. We get probably one of the greatest women's matches in AEW history. Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter, my girls right there. I haven't seen this in Stardom. AEW Women's World Title, interim because that bullshit. Can't believe fucking the whole time Toni Storm's reign is not even considered. We get a chop to the post by Toni. She missed and hit the fucking post. That sucks. Toni with her crazy hip attack where it looks like she concusses her opponent. We get a nice tornado DDT by Toni for a near fall. Then she gets her big headbutt. Hiroshi Goroshi and a sliding clothesline by Toni, and then by Jamie Hayter. Toni then locks in and hits the Rainmaker, Ripcord Lariat. But then Jamie Hayter returns the favor by hitting Storm Zero with a curse stomp after that by Britt Baker on the outside. We get another Storm Zero by the Originator this time, but Jamie kicks out. Hayter wins after a turnbuckle bump and then a Rainmaker done. The crowd was hot. It was a great match. My words don't do it justice. Go watch the match. It was stiff. It was awesome. Fucking Toni broke her nose. She's got double black eye now. It was crazy. The Acclaimed versus Swerve in Our Glory. I had no interest in the match, really, because they already did it twice. But it turned to a fun match, and I really, finally, thank God, Swerve in Our Glory is dead. I love the Metal Gear Solid references by both men. That was really cool. They start aiming at Bowens' arm. That's the whole story, is Bowens' injury-prone little bitch. That's the whole story. Poison Rana on Keith Lee. We get a big leg drop, and then a fucking... I love Max Caster. He's just John Cena. He does the leg drop from the top of the rope to the back of the head, and then hits a fucking FU after for a near fall. That's the only problem I have. Caster, if he's going to adopt this John Cena moveset, he needs to win with the Attitude Adjustment. I want to see that as his finish, because that would be cool. Caster with a crossbody. Thought Keith Lee fucking died in the guardrail. Rolling Thunder Flatliner by Swerve, and then the house call. Another house call. Another house call. Another house call kick. He hates fucking Anthony Bowens. He really does. We get a mic drop, but Keith Lee ends up saving it on Swerve. Double stomp spirit bomb combo, but Caster kicks out. Crazy. Billy Gunn comes out to a big pop to save Caster from Swerve getting his fingers broken with pliers. Swerve slaps Keith Lee, and then Keith Lee picks up Bowens, and he basically dips. Swerve is on his own. The Acclaim hit this weird magic killer type of move, and they win. But thank God Swerve in Our Glory is dead. This feud is about to go sick, because these are two singles guys. This is not a fucking tag team, Tony Khan. Swerve is money. I'm telling you, give me Shane fucking Strickland versus fucking Kenny Omega one-on-one, and you'll see. Then we get the main event here. It is MJF versus Jon Moxley, he who gargles piss, for the AEW World Title. So the whole time MJF's been doing this fake baby face thing. He said, he's looked the devil in the eye. He's not going to use the Dynamite Diamond Ring. And I knew from a start, there's no way they're going to turn MJF yet. It's too stupid. I know Tony Khan's an idiot to me, but a lot of people could like him, but I think he's a fucking idiot, who doesn't know what he's doing, making Bryan Danielson lose every week. But I was just like, he's going to join up with Regal. Regal's going to pass him the brass knucks, and basically that was the promise. He wasn't going to use the Dynamite Diamond Ring, but no one ever said nothing about Regal's knucks. I remember what Regal said. Use the ring because you have to. I hit people in the face with brass knuckles because I want to. So MJF is playing a lot of games. He ends up motorboating this woman on his entrance, but he has consent first, so that's a cool guy. Moxley is not happy about it. Hits a King Kong lariat right away. Jesus Christ. Takes his head off. Then an X-Plex. And then STF by Moxley here. Falcon Arrow to an arm bar by Moxley. Trying to hit that, Bryan Danielson shit. Moxley then hits up an RKO cutter out of nowhere for a near fall. D. Bryan stomps to MJF's face. MJF hits a tombstone on the apron. This guy loves destroying his own kneecaps. That's where the story starts of MJF having weak knees. Pile driver through the table by Moxley. Fucking hits a quick dirty deeds for a near fall. Then he's going at the knee. Locks in a figure four. MJF fights out of it. Hits the heat seeker pile driver on the rope for a near fall. Super fucking death fighter from the top rope. Then Moxley hits Moxley and MJF are going at it. Moxley basically says, "Hit me, motherfucker." MJF then spits on Moxley. We get a bunch of ref bumps here. MJF taps to the bully choke, but none of the refs see it. And that's when it finally happens. Regal passes the brass knuckles to Moxley. But it was smart because Regal told Moxley, go get the ref. And Regal used that as a distraction. Knuckles to the face. Moxley is out. MJF is the new world champion, and all I can say is long overdue. MJF should have been the world champion a long time ago. This whole CM Punk thing ruined fucking everything. It ruined Hangman's title reign. It fucking gave us interim bullshit. It just ruined so many fucking things. Even Moxley's second title reign should have been better than it was, and that shit got ruined because of CM Punk. But I'm glad this little prima donna bitch is out of this company because then we can get rolling. This is the reset that AEW needed right here. But yeah, I thought this was a really good show. Like I said, definitely one of my favorite Full Gears. Not the best, but definitely one of my favorites for sure.